Naveen Kasturia, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. I can see you're already sitting with a cup of coffee. It's Coffee Confidential with Griha. So everything is sorted. Now we're talking at a time when Aspirants 2 has come out and the reviews are amazing. From whatever I've read, how does it feel?
It feels very good because I was a little nervous. Because I feel the season two is quite different from what we did in season one. And in fact, a lot of crew members also felt that we should have ideally repeated what we did in the first season. So there was a lot of nervousness. I'm so happy that what Dipesh did has been liked. We didn't stick to any formula, and people are still liking it, which is a good
You
thing.
know, one thing that I noticed after Aspirants, the first season came out, you got so many rave reviews after that. Of course, TVF, family, pictures, and everything, you have been associated with them, but you have taken that fair bit of break. You've not really jumped into projects, even though there must be projects coming your way, considering, the talk around your character vis-a-vis any association, be it pictures or in this case, Aspirants. Why did you wait for just season two? Why not take up a project in the middle?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't say that I got a lot of offers. Honestly, you know, of course, things keep things come to me, but most of the things that come to me are generally from independent production houses. And I think I've done that a lot in the past. I don't know if you're aware of it. So what I want to do now is I want to work with people who are at least able to release what they're making. This is my only I would say prerequisite. This is something. So I did a show called Breathe after that. That's
Yeah,
it. And
yeah.
apart from that, I've done Pitches 2 and now Aspirants 2. So
Hmm.
I wouldn't say that I got not the biggest of the, not the best people. Not, I didn't get a lot of offers, honestly. And I'm hoping that I get more offers post this. It's on Prime now. That was a YouTube video. YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also don't know the reason behind it, but yeah, hopefully, if I get more uh, good offers, I will see me more. But also, yeah, I feel um, I'm okay with waiting now. I think the web shows I did between Pitchers and Aspirants, they were not released properly, they were not packaged properly, they were not promoted properly, and the kind of channels they came out, I don't think those channels also had that kind of respect.
Hmm.
Uh, so that's also one of the reasons I did pick a few things that came up to me. Yeah.
But do you think that when pictures happened, for that matter, people were not even aware of anything called OTT? They did not think that web series will be the fad in the next. So pictures was probably a show that should have got the first movers advantage. But after that, also you took your own time, like you said. When you mention about these gaps, or probably working with, let's say, independent filmmakers or independent content creators who do not necessarily get the kind of platform that would increase the show's reach, and that becomes a problem right now. That problem has been somehow done away with because there are enough platforms which are at play, and
Yeah.
they are ready to actually take up which content which obviously is clicking. Aspirants clicked, and how we saw it. The entire pandemic was dominated with Sunny Bhaiya kya bol rahe, Sandeep Bhaiya kya bol rahe hain, what is Abhilash doing, what is SK doing. Everybody was talking about it, and that's probably the reason why a Prime Video has picked it up for season 2. But when you also look back on the kind of offers, or probably your old pals reaching out to you that let's work together and do this. And I also happen to see your mommy post on your Instagram. Does
Okay.
it take you back to the Suleimani Kira days, that things have sort of been there, but probably there are more options for all of you guys right now in today's day and age?
Griha, I'm so sorry. I didn't get the question. What's the question?
So I just want to understand that even though you're saying that there are gaps, I'm taking my own time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But don't you think that because of the offers and the kind of platforms that have really increased,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
that sort of a gap can be done away with because there are many takers for these kind of projects now?
Um, See, I am on the other side. So I
Hmm.
have not really, if a Suleimani Kida a film like Suleimani Kida comes to me, I'm going to do it,
Okay.
irrespective of the platform it's going to come out
Yeah.
on. So that's also the other thing. It's not as if, I mean, the kind of scripts also I got, I didn't like any of them. That's the reason I didn't. I did few films between 2015 and 21. So, sometimes what I have realized over a period of time, that sometimes there are things that look very good on paper, but if you do not have the right producer, they're not executed properly. And
Yeah.
then also the film doesn't take the shape you thought it would. And apart from the release, even the project turns out to be, sometimes quite disappointing. So when you pick what I started doing, when you pick a production house that has, or maybe people that have made stuff in the past, you trust a little more. And it's a game of trust, I mean, actors get a lot of credit, but we don't really have a lot of things in our country. I mean, now everybody's celebrating, the team is celebrating because probably season 2 has shaped up pretty well. It's because the makers have packaged it and,
Like
they
that.
have edited it.
Yeah.
But a lot of actors, they don't even have the, what should I say? They don't even have the vision to judge a script.
But do you have you ever thought about your career being probably headed in a certain direction, or probably you'd want to curate your career in a certain way? I don't want to draw parallels, but let's actually take a look at the journey of Ayushmann Khurrana for that matter. Even if he is in that film space and he's doing a lot of commercially successful films, but there is a certain genre association that has come in with an Ayushmann. Have you ever thought that you would want to direct that journey in a certain way as an actor?
I've not really thought about a journey. I mean, I don't see myself going in a certain direction, like in a particular direction. But yeah, there are times when I see a lot of people doing a lot of good work, and I feel that why am I not there? I mean, I don't know if you've spoken about it even last time. When I'm in my space, I'm good, but when I start comparing myself to what others are doing, I get, because there is a lot of good work. Not, I mean, Ayushmann Raj to still film ke heroes hai, I guess. But the kind of work a Vijay gets, or a Jaideep gets, or an Apar gets, I don't. I'm not generally being considered for such parts. I sometimes feel that there was a time when I was considered an OTT actor, and now a lot of people think that I'm just a TVF actor, which has never been the case. I've done 10 other shows, but they didn't really do that well. And yeah, Pitchers and Aspirants, they happen to be my most popular works, which were from TVF. So I also don't. I mean, I don't. I'm not looking a particular path to follow, but yeah, sometimes I feel that these are the roles that should have come to me also, and they should have tested me also. That has I think always been the case.
What is the term today? Hustling? Do you hustle a lot? Do you think these casting days and everything are helpful towards actors like yourself?
Not to me. I mean, I'm not. I'm also not a very. I feel a very film person. I mean, I don't hang out with a lot of film people. I'm not friends with any casting directors, like any casting director. So, and that could also be the thing. I've been asked to do more PR, and I've been asked to be at the events. And this is the first time, in fact, Griha. I mean, we are in touch because of Tanya, and this is the first time I've hired a PR. Because they said it's a prime. I mean, I also felt, okay, let me just try and do it. Let's see, where does it take me? It's a prime ka show, and I'm the main guy, and it's everywhere. Let's see if it gets me more work. Yeah.
But what about Breathe? Breathe was a show on Prime.
Breathe was, and see, I didn't do any PR at that point.
Yeah.
I thought Breathe in itself. I mean, I was quite elated that the hoardings were everywhere and people were talking about it. So I felt, what else could I possibly do? So I thought it would, I still felt that I belong to that category where, only good work can get me good work. But let's see. I mean, Halaki, I don't mind the breaks. When I work on a show and when I have a break, I don't mind that. But still, when I see good films being made and good direct, I mean, there are a lot of my I would say contemporaries or colleagues and batchmates. They are working with bigger directors and
Yes.
But yeah, so I would like to be in that space also.
That you have your own time. This actually brings me to one of the aspects of Aspirants season 2. I haven't yet seen the show, as I told you, but something that came to my mind after reading up on it was one aspect was that you get so engrossed in following your career path that आपके पुराने दोस्त जरा पीछे छूट जाते हैं या आपकी पर्सनल लाइफ थोड़ा बैक सीट ले लेती है. Have you felt that in your life while that hustle, while that entire thing was on in your career also? Did this relatability aspect really come in while you were filming for Aspirants season 2?
Absolutely. I think anybody can relate to it, no, Griha? Like, I also see those random memes where people say, okay, we talk about ex-girlfriends, but we just do not talk. We don't talk enough about our friends who we were so close with at one point, but now we don't even get to talk to each other. So I think that's how life is. I mean, yeah, I can totally relate to it. I had a huge group when I was in college, and but they're all in different places. You don't really get a lot of time to see each other. Coincidentally, two of my very good friends, I met them after a very long time, and they came on the sets of Aspirants while we were shooting it. So that's true, and I completely relate to it. It's tough to stay in touch with your old friends, of course, but there are people who who do it.
Yeah. What keeps you going, Naveen? I mean, now that you have an Aspirants too, I'm sure your social media is flooded with everybody who's loving the show, your performance. They are coming to you with what they felt about the show and your character. But other than that, what feeds you? Not just as an actor, but also as a person.
What keeps me going? What feeds me? Sometimes I feel these lulls, they actually keep me going. I sometimes feel when I get it, I become a little complacent. Every time I get something, like I think I gave my 100% in Aspirants too. I was very excited about it, and I was, in fact, this time when we were shooting, I was telling Tanya also, every day in the morning when we were going, most of the things were shot in Central Delhi, somewhere around Central Delhi. So, and as I just told you, I'm not really a morning person. I don't really. I want to be a morning person, but shoots make you get up in the morning. So you're driving on empty roads, and you're looking at those government buildings, and then you get on set, and then you get in that costume, and then you act like a DM. So I was finding it too surreal. I was also getting those. Somehow I was feeling a little patriotic also. I mean, I am I don't know how patriotic I am, but I was feeling like doing something for the country actually. And I'm just sharing this because I was enjoying the role so much, and I think looking for the next interesting part actually keeps me going. I really find this profession very exciting. While shooting, I was feeling that gratitude, that I was not expecting myself to become an actor. I had come here to be a filmmaker, and it's actually a dream role. I really enjoyed playing the DM version of Abhilash. Especially in the second season. I don't know how entertaining would that be for you, Griha. A lot of people have also not loved it as much as they loved the first season.
But do you take those reviews with a pinch of salt? Where people say that, okay, it is nice, it's there, but it's also sort of dreamy. It's not really taking care of a lot of real issues. When you see reviews like that, do you take it with a pinch of salt, or do you want to answer them that I have a different take on it?
If they talk to me, I will, but otherwise, it's okay. I get it. In fact, I feel it's less. It's actually quite real. The second season. It's actually less romantic. It's actually less dreamy.
Okay.
Of course, it's about a guy who is a little righteous in his approach, but he is also a negotiator. I mean, he also does things which, I mean, maybe I don't know if there's any other way to do those things, but yeah, I find it quite real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you are sipping your cup of coffee, I really want to understand ये जो सुबह की आपकी वो होती थी।
देखा मैं
नहीं
अभी
नहीं
कॉफी मेरे घर में खत्म हो गई है, तो मुझे ऑर्डर करनी है
नहीं
गरम
नहीं
कॉफी।
नहीं वो नहीं
ये
पूछ
गरम
रही हूँ
पानी
मैं
में
बस ये पूछ रही हूँ कि आपके जो मॉर्निंग सेट्स होते थे
हाँ
when
जी।
obviously you must have forged friendships with all your co-actors, so I really want to understand what was the mood like before I let you go and go about your day, since you have just told me that you have sipped the first cup of coffee. How was it like on the set, considering you guys were meeting each other after a while and reshooting for a second season? What went behind the sets of Aspirants?
First season was more fun,
Acha, why do you say that?
It was more fun. This time, a lot of people came with a lot of baggage, I feel, because they had all become actors,
Yeah.
They all had their way of looking at things, but still it was like a tight, close group. They were all working for the show, and but still, I had more fun in the first season.
Okay.
It could be just me also, I mean, and we were shooting in winters in Delhi.
Yeah.
It was less complicated. It was a smaller show at that point, but somehow I had more fun back.
Okay.
Maybe because we would chill in the same room or in the same van all the time. Now we all had separate vans, Suddenly,
अब बड़े actors हो गए.
so फिर हालांकि मस्ती करी इस बार. I mean, I'm so glad.
आपके film references वगैरह, all that was in place. वो छोटे छोटे फिल्मी dialogues जो only a film nerd would know, that Naveen knows.
I mean, I would like to believe that I was still doing the same. I mean, with Namita or Appu. But with the rest of them, I don't think I could spend a lot of time. I forged a great friendship with Dipesh, the writer.
Yeah.
Who was not on the sets of Aspirants 1. He was in the hospital when we shot it. So Dipesh could be there, and I loved the guy. I mean, the simplest, I mean, everybody is an artist on set. I guess they're trying to create things, but I think he is an artist. Dipesh is a very, very bright guy, and if given more opportunities, he's going to do wonders. I think he's a great writer. I mean, I believe in him. I think he's very good, and he's also very grounded, very funny.
Okay. So let me see what has shaped up from Aspirants 2. I will text you the moment I watch it. I'll tell you how did I feel about it. But thank you so much for doing this, and congratulations for the rave reviews once again that you've been getting for Aspirants. Thank you, Naveen. Thank you so much.